Everybody be 15 minutes. Sarah. Hey, Sarah, what's going?
Good.
Is your
I
computer
did the
working?
meeting last night. That's
What's
good.
that?
I did the 24-hour last night.
Oh, yeah. Was that your first time there?
No, but I just did it for a refresher at looking how they run it.
Yeah. You should do their training too. They have they do a training once. So what do? You said because your computer chops your head off. It's like, see, I'm like here.
Oh, wait.
You're like,
There we look.
is that
I
you
fixed it.
laying back in your chair? We
No,
had
I'm not
somebody,
laying. It's sitting up.
yeah, yeah, okay. We had somebody that used to come on all the time, and we'd always see her head from here up, but she had oxygen, so she didn't want people to see her.
Oh,
She didn't want people to see her oxygen. Where's Sam? We're gonna make Sam a co-host. Oh, so you were at that meeting. You'd never been to that meeting before?
I went at the very beginning of my sobriety, but I didn't really pay attention to how it was run and everything. I was just there. So this time I got to see, everybody's muted. Nobody gets to just raise their hand and speak.
Well,
Very
they do.
organized.
No, they have a hand raising thing then. So if you want to talk, you have to raise your hand and then you get called on by the chair. So there's a chair,
Right.
then there's a host, and then there are greeters.
Security. Yeah.
You should go more often, check it out, and even sign up for their. Hey, Sam,
Train.
did you go to the 24-hour meeting? That was your homework. Can't hear you. What did he say? He's bobbing around. Matt, did you go to the 24-hour meeting? That was your homework.
No, because I missed class. But I had been to the 24-hour meeting. It was very good.
Is that better? Oh, sorry, man.
Well, now we can hear you. Yeah, sure thing.
That was weird. My mic wasn't turning off. No, I did not because I did not receive that homework, but I will do that tonight.
Go to the
Yes.
meeting, pay attention to what the graders do. Let's see if Lisa, did you go to the 24-hour meeting? Ron, did you go to the 24-hour meeting? God, this is so funny. What is this, the 8th grade? Okay. What kind of meeting is this? Hey, how did your husband like the meeting when he was here, Sarah? You don't have to say.
He liked it. He laughed a few times.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. I was in rare form the day he was here.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I had my Bud Light joke. That was
your
hysterical.
Bud Light joke. He looked at me like, did he just say that? I'm like, he did.
There was a lady that said she had gotten drunk on what were they? Like Coors Lights?
Beer.
No,
Yeah, just regular
Four
beer.
Coors Lights
Yeah.
beer, Matt. And I said, well, it's a good thing they weren't Bud Light because that would have been gay. And the whole room cracked up. And then I said, God, I hope there aren't any gay people in here. But there was one lesbian. She was laughing pretty hard. But then lesbians have a tendency to laugh at those guys anyways. Hey, Lori, hi, how are you? You're here for AA, I take it. You haven't left. This is a good sign. No, you can't. Oh, Lisa can't unmute. Why not?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. Hi. Are you here for AA?
Yes.
Oh, good. And you're calling from Toms River, New Jersey. And how long are you sober?
3 days.
3 days. Okay, it's all right. You're in the right meeting for 3 days. You know why? This is Newcomers, Slippers, Step Workshop. So how are you doing? Any good or pretty upset? Well, that's all right.
I just got out of the hospital 2 hours ago.
Which, oh, from drinking?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. So did what happened? It put you in the hospital? Well, that's
I do. It was the only way to stop.
you went in for a medical detox, huh?
Yes.
Good. How long were you in there for?
3 days.
3 days. Okay. So yeah, so it's pretty serious for you, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad you're here. This is the perfect meeting for you because we have a lot of people in this meeting. You'll see when they show up. A lot of people come here who went to the hospital to sober up. And you ever been to AA before?
Since 2012.
You've been coming on and off since 2012?
Yes.
Right. Well, this meeting is a little different because this is called Newcomers, Slippers, Step Workshop with the emphasis on workshop. So what we do here, there's no other meeting like this in the world. So this is like a miracle that you showed up here. So what we do is we'll take you through the whole AA program in about a month and a half, and we hand deliver an AA program to you. And the cool thing is we give reading assignments and writing assignments. And AA is a 12-step process, teaches you how to live your life without drinking. But when you go to most meetings, they don't tell you that. They go there and talk about their cat, right? You ever notice that you go to an AA meeting and then all the old ladies are in there talking about my cat this and my cat that. Oh, she's muted. I thought that was funny. Some people talk about their dogs, like Lisa. So we have Cat Friday on Friday, and you're gonna love it here.
I don't have a cat.
You have a dog? Do you have a dog?
No.
Good. Well, there you go. So you don't. None of those days apply to you. You're not. Yeah. So, anyways, glad you're here, and if you have a sense of humor, you'll like this meeting. And
Perfect.
and if you're ready to work, do you like class?
I do. I'm a good book worker. Like I didn't need hands-on.
That's us.
Yeah.
We're all
You can
hands-on.
you can talk till you're blue in the face and it's gonna go in one ear and out the other.
That's exactly right. It's just,
I'm
yeah.
honest. I'm
No, we work
54
here.
years old. It's old.
What's that?
I said I'm 54 years old. It's old.
You don't look like it. You look like you're 10.
You don't
That's
even have
because
my picture.
I see it there. It's right there in front of me.
Great.
You, that must be your 8th grade picture. Uh, Now, for some people, alcohol preserves them. Look at me. What? What's he saying? What do you mean? Look at me. Don't even think that, Ron. Hey, Lucas. Luke, I am your father. Fuck you. You are not my. Hey, Lucas, how are you? Where are you calling from? How long are you sober? Oh, look at Matt. Matt's in the Niagara Falls. Pretty exciting there, Matt. Matt's going to be the host for 30 minutes. Then the whole meeting's going to fall apart when he leaves and he goes to where is he going today? He's going to the Taylor Swift
Taylor
concert.
Swift concert. That's right.
Lucas, how are you? You want to unmute? Can you come and talk to me, please? How are you doing? How long have you been sober? Where are you calling from? Let's put up that information, kids. Okay, Lucas, you have to talk to me or we kick you out of the meeting. Hey, Ryan, is this Ryan in Scotland? How you doing, Ryan?
Yeah, hi John. Oh, good. How are you?
Good. So let's see, you have 30, no, wait a minute, 13 years and you are in Glasgow.
Yeah,
All right. Glad you're here. And Tommy, how are you? Where are you calling from and how long have you been sober?
South Bend, Indiana, 124 days.
And what step do we have you on?
I'm working on half of the first step.
First
Like-
half of the first step?
Yep.
And did you finish writing all the incidents or not? Did we give you the instructions?
Yes. And I had to go into the Social Security and just to find all the dates where I was working.
Well, you
So
don't
I
have
could
to find
remember.
you don't have to find dates, you can approximate. It was
Well,
the summer
I was
of
having a hard time remembering everything because it was such a blur.
how many did you come up with?
I came up with a lot.
Like 100?
Well, I just came up with how much I partied the most and what years
Okay.
by how much money I made each year. The
Sam,
less
put step
money.
1 in front of hers. All right, cool. We're gonna get back to you here in a while. Rebecca, Lori. What's we doing here? Mm-mm. Okay. So that's ST1 in front of Tommy's. Can you guys fix that? Good. Okay. Oh, so hey, back to you, Sarah. How did he like the meeting? Is he going to come back, or is he going to go to other meetings?
I don't know if he has the attention span of a rock, so for him to sit still for an hour is very rare. But he's supportive. He just can't sit still through a meeting.
Why people get up and walk around?
Yeah, he did that.
Yeah, that's an okay thing to do. Just get up, walk around. We have a lot of people that do that. Sometimes we'll turn your camera off, but yeah, that's what you do. Ooh, how long is he sober?
My husband,
Yeah,
138 days, just like me.
same as you. Oh my God. Wow. Well, good. Hey, turn him on to the 24-hour meeting. He'll love it. Tell him, turn your phone on, then you can watch it. He can go to it by his phone. And sometimes
Okay.
people like, yeah, send him there. Sometimes people really like that. Let's see, I think I turned off the part where it says change your name. Oh no, you can rename yourself. I had to do that the other day. People were trying to come in as Sam, and we had to watch out for Rebecca to kick the real Sam out. That's not Sam. That is, it's me. Up, he's gone. Yvonne, hi Yvonne, how are you? Are you here for the AA meeting, and where are you calling
Yes,
from today?
I'm
How long are you
here.
sober?
I'm here from Virginia Beach, and my anniversary is June 4, 1991.
Okay, June.
June
So just
4,
put how many years
1991.
is how many years is that?
It'll be 34 years.
34 years, and you're in Virginia Beach.
Yeah, it will be 34 years, God willing,
Yeah,
one day at a
yeah.
time.
I'm sure he'll allow you. I love the picture. What happened to you there?
That's a drawing, a piece of my artwork.
Well, is that you?
Yeah.
God, please don't draw me. Whatever.
It's a mixed media piece. Sorry.
It's the guy from that meeting. I never liked him. Okay, anyways, glad you're here. Hi, well, welcome aboard. Ed Rogers, your Mr. Rogers' brother, Ed, or his horse. Hey, Ed, how are you? Where are you calling from? I thought that was funny. Ron, that was a horse joke. Oh, did you hear about the horse that won the Preakness? It was journalist. Did you watch that race, Ron? That was really something. Hey, Ed, if you could come in, please, and talk to me. We're asking, you see the information they're putting up there? Put it up, kids. Put up that information there, Sam. We're trying to get rid of the Zoom bombers and figure out who everybody is, because everybody's new here, and we don't want Zoom bombers to attack you. So Ed, if you could come in and talk to me, and if you don't talk to me, we're going to remove you. We'll put you up in the waiting room to try to figure it out. So right now, Lucas, you're on the bubble. Ed, you're on the bubble too, unless you talk to me. Hey, Lucas, so where are you calling from? How long are you sober?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, hi. My name is Micah, and I don't know why my Zoom has my son's name. So my name is Micah M.
That's because he was on there looking at porn.
No. This child is 15 and he is a good boy. So,
Yeah,
and I think
that's what they all
I have
say.
his Zoom from school.
Okay, sure thing, Mom. So anyways, your name's Micah. Where are you calling from, and how long have you been sober?
My name is Micah, and I'm calling from Houston, Texas, and I have been sober for 20 days.
20 days, Houston. It says M-I-C-A or M-I-K-A?
MICAH.
M-I-C-A-H, Houston. 20 days. Welcome aboard. Glad you're
Thank
here.
you.
Just pay no attention to my jokes. Somebody should do something about him. Who are you talking to? It's the ketamine. I'm just kidding. I don't take ketamine. That's what it does to you, though. Don, how are you? Where are you calling from, Don, and how long have you been sober?
I'm calling from Atlanta, Georgia, and this is my second meeting, so it's my second day being sober.
Wow, Hotlanta, it's Hotlanta, Georgia.
There we go.
2 days. And let me ask you, have you been to AA before?
This is my first time.
Oh, really? Never been here before. Okay, good. Well, welcome aboard. Glad you're here. Um, you're going to love it. This is Newcomers Slippers Step Workshop. You want to change that name there, Matt? Help us out. Atlanta, 2 days. Derek, how's it going? Are you here for AA? And where are you calling from? And how long have you been sober?
Yes, my name is Derek. This is my first time on this meeting. I was looking for one to attend today, and I'm from Florida, and I've been sober for 222 days now.
222 from
Yes, sir.
Florida. Welcome aboard. Welcome to Newcomers Slipper Step Workshop. Jen. Nice cloud picture, Jen. Hey, Jen, where are you calling from and how long have you been sober?
Hi guys, I'm in Denver, Colorado. Coming up on 5 months. I'm 146 days today.
Denver, 146 days. Welcome aboard. Glad you're here. Now we got, I can't quite figure this out. Why do we have Joe in Boston? Shannon. Hey, Shannon. Hi, how are you? Are you here for AA and where are you calling from?
Hey everyone, Shannon alcoholic, calling from New York City. I have 109 days.
Good night. Are you in Manhattan?
No, I'm in Brooklyn.
Do they have news they had a drinking problem in Brooklyn?
I'm sorry?
I said I he had to go. What the hell are you talking about? I said I didn't realize there was a drinking problem in Brooklyn. He goes, get out of town.
Good,
All
glad
right.
to be here, guys. Thank you.
Yeah, good. Let's change that New York City to Brooklyn because Brooklyn's like a country all into itself. Ryan in Johnstown. Let's see here. Ryan, oh, you can change your name, Ryan. Put in how many days you're on. Raquel. Hey, Raquel, how are you? Where are you calling from? How long have you been sober? We're doing this to clear Zoom bombers out. Hi, how are you?
Hi. Let's see. I recently relapsed, and so I've been sober since April 28th. I'm from Phoenix, Arizona.
Phoenix, and you've been sober since April 28th, which is
Yes.
how many days is that?
I don't know. I just know the
We'll,
sober date. I think a few
Ron
weeks
will
now.
count it up and put it in there. Okay. Ryan in Johnstown, fix your name. George Hicks. Hey, George, how are you? You were here the other day, weren't you? How long have you been sober?
Yeah, you told me if I came every day for the next 7 days, you put me to work.
That's right, man. How many days have you come to this meeting now?
This is day 2, and I've got 7 days clean. And I don't know if you remember, but I'm in Lancaster.
Lancaster, Pennsylvania, and you have 7 days clean, George. Perfect. Way to go, man. Glad you're here. We'll put you to work today. Remind me to do that. I think, is that everybody? Did we get everybody down here? Pretty much. Okay. I think we're ready to go. If you would like to put everything up to read, please, one of you guys. And then Matt, I'll give you the honors of reading. Today, Matt's going to explain to everybody exactly what this meeting is and how it works. And I'm going to let you can turn on your video if you want to. Turn your video on now. And Matt, over to you. He's at Niagara Falls today.
Great. Thanks, Jan. Matt Alcoholic. Welcome to Newcomer Slipper Step Workshop. If you're new to AA or coming back, this is the meeting for you. This group is exactly what the name says, a workshop. We read 6 AA books, work the steps, sponsor you, and give reading and writing assignments. We'll teach you an AA program. We move right along here and people get well here. Newcomer Slipper Step Workshop is a step workshop. Unlike most AA meetings, it's not a speakers meeting nor a discussion meeting. It's more like a class, AA 101, AA University. You want to have the attitude of learning and do the assigned reading and writing on the steps. We'll take you through the steps and AA books in short order. So if you're looking for guidance and direction in an AA program, this is the meeting for you. Newcomer Slipper Step Workshop is a very unique meeting since we use the same principles AA used between 1932 and 1939. Everybody works in the group and moves through the 12 steps to live our lives free from alcohol and learn a new way of living. We're glad you could make it. For newcomers, there's a link to the newcomers packet in chat. Security for Newcomer Slipper Step Workshop. We have cameras and chat turned off. You can chat only with the co-hosts. We do all of the above for safety reasons. Zoom bombers try to get in, and the above eliminates them. We don't allow group sharing in chat or exchange of phone numbers. This is an AA step class, and since everyone's new here, we want to protect you. Meeting confirmation. Here is our email for meeting confirmation. stepworkshop1@gmail.com. And this is good for class, work, probation, court orders, etc. Announcements. Seventh tradition. Contributions can be made in Venmo to @Jann-Scott using the Cash App JackFox111999 or in PayPal, which is good for international, to Jann Scott, JannScottLive@gmail.com, 720-646-6131. These contributions go to pay for Zoom, Boulder 1AA, Boulder County AA, OIO AA Intergroup, and Father Terry's work. We offer free books to those in need. We spend about $350 a month every month. Suggested donations are $1 to $2 per meeting, or monthly donations the price of a 12-pack of Bud, which is $18.99. This group meets daily with the following formats. Monday is 12 by 12 step study. Tuesday, today is Big Book. Wednesday, as Bill sees it, and it's Sunglass Wednesday. Thursday, Came to Believe, and it's Dog Thursday. Friday's open, the chair picks the topic, and it's Cat Friday. Saturday is Living Sober, and Sunday, Daily Reflections. AA Preamble. Alcoholics Anonymous is a fellowship of people who share their experience, strength, and hope with each other that they may solve their common problem and help others to recover from alcoholism. The only requirement for membership is the desire to stop drinking. There are no dues or fees for AA membership. We're self-supporting through our own contributions. AA is not allied with any sect, denomination, politics, organization, or institution, does not wish to engage in any controversy, neither endorses nor opposes any causes. Our primary purpose is to stay sober and help other alcoholics to achieve sobriety. Please join me in the Serenity Prayer. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. If you're new to this meeting, please come for 5 days and see how you like it, and then we'll put you to work. Note this meeting is recorded with audio only for our podcast on YouTube channel. There's no video pictures or names shown, so no one will even know you're here. Our podcast is YouTube channel, Newcomers Slippers Step Workshop AA Meeting, and there's a link to the YouTube channel in chat. Finally, everyone, please introduce yourself as an alcoholic when speaking, and thanks for being here. With that, back to you, Jann, in the studio.
All right. Hey, thank you very much. So we're clearing the room right now for Zoom bombers. You can see the notice up in chat if you would post that one more time. Those of you who are new, we're also going to put up the newcomers packet right now. Okay. In the newcomers packet, it has pamphlets on what is AA, all that sort of thing. So that's up there. You can grab that. Those of you who need confirmation that you attended this meeting, we're going to put up our email address for you right now. And in the email, you just write to us and say, I need meeting confirmation. That's good for court, school, work, therapy, probation, and your mother. That's a joke. I wonder if anybody actually does report into their mother if they come here. Let's see what else. Hey, so welcome to Newcomers Slipper Step Workshop. If you guys, we're gonna change some of your names here. I'm gonna ask you up. So let's go. Scott, how are you? Are you here for AA? Where are you calling from? How long have you been sober? Jann to Scott. You have to talk to me. If you don't talk to me or you don't text one of the co-hosts, then we remove you. How's it going? Are you here for AA?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah. Where are you calling from? How long you been sober?
A little over 24 hours.
Oh, good. Okay. Working on day one. And where are you calling from?
Tennessee.
Tennessee. Okay. You are totally in the right place. Welcome aboard. Ryan, let's see. How many days do you have, Ryan? In Johnstone?
5 months.
Good. iPhone Shatum. iPhone, how are you? Where are you calling from? And how long have you been sober? And yep, Jan to iPhone Shatum. Shatum. If you're wondering, am I talking to you? I am. You guys can also change your names. Where are you calling from? How long have you been sober? Or you can text one of the what's this guy here? So this person's name. Oh God, you have to get rid of this guy. He's got a bomber in there. Get him out of here. Joe is a bomber. Okay, there we go. I'll remove myself. All right. That's why we're doing this, because those people show up. Where is it? James, can't quite. Who was it? Can somebody please text me and tell me? Say, Ashley, hi, how are you? Where are you calling from? How long you been sober?
Hi, I'm from Northern California. It's been a year and a week.
Okay, step 3, put that down, please. Matt, Harley. Hey, Harley, hi, how are you? Where are you calling from? How long have you been sober? Jan to Harley. Yeah, we're just still clearing people as Zoom bombers. We do get them in here, unfortunately. Hey, Harley, how are you? Where are you calling from? How long you been sober? And okay, he's at work, and Harley is he's in Louisiana 2 years at work. Don't bother him, he says. Okay, good. Hey, Christian, hi, how are you? Where are you calling from? How long are you sober? Uh, okay, thank you, Sarah. Somebody actually talked to me. Hey, iPhone, how are you? Are you here for AA? Where are you calling from? How long you been sober? And if you don't talk to me, we remove you. Christian, same with you. Where are you calling from? How long you been sober? Okay, go ahead, iPhone Chatham. Where are you calling from? How long you been sober? iPhone. Okay, I'll put him in the waiting room. Hey, Russell, how are you? And where are you calling from? Hi, how are you? How long have you been sober?
Hi, sober 4 days, come back from doing 39 days straight and kind of goofed it up, but I'm in Newcomers, Florida.
Florida, 4 days. Okay, excellent. This is the meeting for you. This is perfect here for you. I think we get everybody else here. Christian, how about you? Where are you calling from? How long are you sober? You have to talk to me or emails or text somebody. Okay. So, so Christian, I'm going to put him in the waiting room. He can hang out there. So today is Tuesday. Tuesdays we read from the Big Book. And for those of you who are slightly curious as to what this meeting is all about, it is Newcomers Slipper Step Workshop. It is a workshop. It's a class. It's the only meeting like it in the world. And here we take you through the entire AA program in about a month and a half. We hand deliver the AA program to you. And we give reading assignments and writing assignments, okay? And we do it the way they did it in 1932 when AA started. America had got back to drinking since Prohibition ended. And we created this 12-step process, which teaches you how to live your life without drinking. So what is Alcoholics Anonymous? It's a 12-step process that teaches you how to live your life without drinking. It's not a meeting where you go and talk about how your day went or where you talk about your cat. None of that. So it's a 12-step process. And what we do here is we teach the 12-step process. We give reading assignments and writing assignments. We've had over 30,000 people come to this meeting. 1,000 people do the program with us and stay sober. We have 100 new people every week that come here. Like today's, there are probably like 10 or 15 people in here that are brand new to this meeting. We have about 200 people who regularly come. So this is the perfect meeting. If you're trying to learn about AA and you like learning, this is the meeting for you. What we recommend is you come here for 5 days in a row and we'll put you to work. And we'll start giving you reading assignments and writing assignments. And that's exactly how it goes. We do it the way they did it in between 1932 and 1939. So, and then in this meeting, we use about, we read, I think like 6 different AA books. Every day we use a different book. But if you stay with us for a year, you'll end up reading all the AA books. And then, so today, I thought maybe what we could do would be, I think Jeff finally showed up here, is we'll read how it works. And let somebody unmute Jeff, okay? And Jeff, if you would care to read how it works, that's a chapter that's read in AA meetings all over the world. I'm going to make you a co-host so you can. So over to Jeff in Florida with 39 years, how it works.
Okay. Jeff Alcoholic, South Florida, South Beach. Reading from chapter 5, page 58, How It Works from the Big Book of Alcoholics Anonymous. Rarely have we seen a person fail who has thoroughly followed our path. Those who do not recover are people who cannot or will not completely give themselves to this simple program. Usually men and women who are constitutionally incapable of being honest with themselves. There are such unfortunates. They are not at fault. They seem to have been born that way. They are naturally incapable of grasping and developing a manner of living which demands rigorous honesty. Their chances are less than average. There are those too who suffer from grave emotional and mental disorders, but many of them do recover if they have the capacity to be honest. Our stories disclose in a general way what we used to be like, what happened, and what we are like now. If you have decided you want what we have and are willing to go to any length to get it, then you are ready to take certain steps. At some of these we balked. We thought we could find an easier, softer way, but we could not. With all the earnestness at our command, we beg of you to be fearless and thorough from the very start. Some of us tried to hold on to our old ideas, and the result was nil until we let go absolutely. Remember, we deal with alcohol. Cunning, baffling, powerful. Without help, it is too much for us. But there is one who has all power. That one is God. May you find him now. Half measures availed us nothing. We stood at the turning point. We asked his protection and care with complete abandon. And here are the steps we took, which are suggested as a program of recovery. 1, we admitted we were powerless over alcohol, that our lives had become unmanageable. 2, came to believe that a power greater than ourselves could restore us to sanity. 3, made a decision to turn our will and our lives over to the care of God as we understood him. 4, made a searching and fearless inventory of ourselves. 5, admitted to God, to ourselves, and to another human being the exact nature of our wrongs. 6, we're entirely ready to have God remove all these defects of character. 7, humbly asked him to remove our shortcomings. 8, made a list of all persons we had harmed and became willing to make amends to them all. 9, made direct amends to such people wherever possible, except when to do so would injure them or others. 10, continued to take personal inventory, and when we were wrong, promptly admitted it. 11, sought through prayer and meditation to improve our conscious contact with God as we understood him, praying only for knowledge of his will for us and the power to carry that out. And 12, having had a spiritual awakening as the result of these steps, we tried to carry this message to alcoholics and to practice these principles in all our affairs. Many of us exclaimed, "What an order! I can't go through with it." Do not be discouraged. No one among us has been able to maintain anything like perfect adherence to these principles. We are not saints. The point is that we are willing to grow along spiritual lines. The principles we have set down are guides to progress. We claim spiritual progress rather than spiritual perfection. Our description of the alcoholic, the chapter to the agnostic, and our personal adventures before and after make clear 3 pertinent ideas. A, that we were alcoholic and could not manage our own lives. B, that probably no human power could have relieved our alcoholism. And C, that God could and would if he were sought. Thank you for letting me read that.
Hey, cool. Thanks, Jeff. So that's how it works for those of you who are new, and pretty much in this meeting, everybody's new. And this is kind of like baseline AA. It's AA class. It's Newcomers, Slipper Step Workshop. The name is exactly what we do here. So we're going to do some classroom work right now. And I want to go to, let's see here. Let's see, where is, what's her name? We did the 3rd step with her yesterday. Who is that? Sarah, I'm looking. Ashley, good. So you want to unmute Ashley? Hey, Ashley, are you there? Oh, there you are. Okay, good. Hi. So stay unmuted. All right, here you go. So Ashley, we're going to do with you, here, I'll make you a co-host. Thank you, Ron. So Ashley, we're going to do the 4th step with you right now. You did the 3rd step yesterday, right? Talk to me.
Did the 3rd step.
You did. Okay, we did the 3rd step with you yesterday, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. And you said you were going to write your own 3rd step prayer. Do you have it?
Well, no, I didn't do that.
You didn't. Okay, that's fine. So are you ready to get the instructions on the 4th step?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
So everybody turn to page 83 and put up a link, please, for our 4th step, in the big book there. If you could do that, Ron, one of you guys.
It's up there.
Okay, good job. Who did that? Ron's the man. Okay, good. See, Ron's able to pace things up in the meeting now that he's sober and he's not out running the still. That's what a nightmare.
That's true.
Yeah. So here we go, Ashley. Are you on page 83? You see it?
Oh my gosh.
Do you have your big book?
Yeah.
Get your big book out.
Page 63,
Okay.
Jan.
That's right, 63. That was 20 pages ahead. My mind works very fast. Oh, God.
Like this meeting.
Yeah, I know. It's like, okay, page 63. If we're painstaking about this phase of our development, we'll be amazed. No, wrong one. Sorry. I've got myself 63. It's the bottom of the third step. And so it says here, next we launched on a course of vigorous action. The first step of which is a personal house cleaning, which many of us have never attempted. Though our decision was a vital and crucial step, it could have little permanent effect unless at once followed by a strenuous effort to face and be rid of the things in ourselves which had been blocking us. Our liquor was but a symptom, so we had to get down to causes and conditions. Therefore, we started upon a personal inventory. This was step 4. A business which takes no regular inventory usually go brokes. Taking commercial inventory is a fact-finding and fact-facing process. It is an effort to discover the truth about the stock in trade. One object is to disclose damaged or unsaleable goods to get rid of them promptly without regret. If the owner of the business is to be successful, he cannot fool himself about values. We did exactly the same thing with our lives. We took stock honestly. First, we searched out the flaws in our makeup, which caused our failure. Being convinced that self, manifested in various ways, was what had defeated us, we considered its common manifestations. You want to pick it up from there, Ashley? Where is she?
Resentment is the #1 offender. It destroys more alcoholics than anything else. From it stem all forms of spiritual disease, for we have been not only mentally and physically ill, we have been spiritually sick. When the spiritual malady is overcome, we straighten out mentally and physically. In dealing with resentments, we set them on paper. We list people, institutions, or principles with whom we were angry. We ask ourselves why we were angry. In most cases, it was found that our self-esteem, our pocketbooks, our ambition, our personal relationship, including sex, were hurt or threatened. So we were sore, we were burned up. On our grudge list, we set opposite each name our injuries. Was it our self-esteem, our security, our ambitions, our personal or sex relations which had been interfered with? We were usually as defined as this example.
You stop right there. So Kelly, you want to pick it up from there and just start reading across all the way down?
Sure, Kelly, alcoholic. I'm resentful at Mr. Brown. The cause, his attention to my wife. Told my wife of my mistress. Brown may get my job at the office. Affects my sex relations, self-esteem, fear. Sex relations, self-esteem, fear, security. Self-esteem, fear, personal relationship, self-esteem, fear. Oh, I went one too far there. Below that, Mrs. Jones. She's a nut. She snubbed me. She committed her husband for drinking. He's my friend. She's a gossip. Personal relationship, self-esteem, fear. Next, my employer. Unreasonable, unjust, overbearing. Threatens to fire me for drinking and padding my expense account. It affects my self-esteem, fear, security. I'm resentful at my wife. The cause, misunderstands and nags. Likes Brown. Wants house put in her name. Affects my pride. Personal sex relations, security, fear. Shall I continue?
So we went back through our lives.
I'm sorry, you were cutting out just for a moment there, Jan.
I'm sorry. Am I still cutting out?
No, you sound okay now.
Ashley, you want to pick it up from there? We went back through our lives. This is your fourth step, so that's why I happened to read it.
And honesty. When we were finished, we considered it carefully. The first thing is people were often quite wrong. To conclude that others were wrong as far as most of us ever got. The usual outcome was that people continued to wrong us and we stayed sore. Sometimes it was remorse, and then we were sore at ourselves. But the more we fought and tried to have our own way, the worse matters got. As in war, the victory only seemed to win. Our moments of triumph were short-lived. It is plain that a life which includes deep resentment leads only to futility and unhappiness. To the precise extent that we permit these, do we squander the hours that might have been worthwhile. But with the alcoholic whose hope is the maintenance and growth of a spiritual experience, this business of resentment is infinitely grave. We found that it is fatal, for when harboring such feelings, we shut ourselves off from the sunlight of the spirit. The insanity of alcohol turns, and we drink again, and with us, to drink is to die. If we were to live, we had to be free of anger. The grouch and the brainstorm were not for us. They may be the dubious luxury of normal men, but for alcoholics, these things are poison.
Keep going. Maybe audio went to pieces. Here, I'll read it. We turned back to the list for it, and tell me if my audio is breaking up. We turned back to the list, for it held the key to the future. We were prepared to look at it from an entirely different angle. We began to see that the world and its people really dominated us. In that state, the wrongdoing of others, fancied or real, had the power to actually kill. How could we escape? We saw that these resentments must be mastered, but how? We could not wish them away any more than alcohol. This was our course. We realized that the people who wronged us were perhaps spiritually sick. Maybe they weren't either. Though we did not like their symptoms and the way they disturbed us, they, like ourselves, were sick too. We asked God to help us show them the same tolerance and pity we would help cheerfully grant a sick friend. I have a problem with this part because this is where Bill Wilson is blaming the victim, and he was really off here. But I'm going to jump to the next paragraph. We avoid, this is in the fourth step, this is our part. We avoid retaliation and argument. We wouldn't treat sick people that way. If we do, we destroy our chance of being helpful. Again, Bill's blaming his victim because when he was drinking, he ruined a lot of people's lives. We cannot be helpful to all people, but at least God will show us how to take a kindly and tolerant view of each and every one. Referring to our list, and this is my part, putting out of our minds the wrongs others had done, we resolutely look for our own mistakes. Okay, so this is my part of the fourth step. Where had we been selfish, dishonest, self-seeking, and frightened? And so you're going to write all of this down, Ashley. Though a situation had not been entirely our fault, we tried to disregard the other person. Where were we to blame? The inventory was ours, not the other person's. Now, the next paragraph down is fear. This is the fear inventory. So the inventory has about 5 parts. It has who I'm resentful at, 2, what the cause is, 3, what it affects in me. That's on page 64 and 65. And then here is the fear inventory. this word touches about every aspect of our life. It was the evil and corroding thread. Our fabric of our existence was shot through with it. It set in motion trains of circumstances which brought us misfortune we felt we didn't deserve. And alcoholism produces a lot of fear. So we go to page 68, this paragraph. Here we review our fears thoroughly. We put them down on paper. That's the fifth column. Even though they had no resentment in connection with them, we ask ourselves why we had them. And there's a bunch in here. If you read all of these pages, Ashley, 63 through 71. Where is she? I lost her again. Could you unmute her and turn her camera on? Is she there? There she is. Okay. Okay. Hey, Ashley, hi. Turn her camera on. Okay, Ashley. So what we do in this, hang on for a minute, I'm going to show you. Okay, so we do. So Ashley, if you have lined paper like this.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so here let me turn this off. We're doing instructions on the fourth step. Let me see here. Okay. Okay, so you have lined paper like this, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going to make 5 columns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So where is your lined paper now?
Here.
Okay, hold up. So can you do 5 columns? Okay, can you draw 5 columns on it? Is it like a notebook or a pad? All right, do that right now. 5 columns. Let me know when you've done with it. So this is classroom work for those of you wondering. Going through the fourth step with Ashley. She's moving right along. 52 weeks sober. This is how this workshop works. We work, not a discussion group. It's not a, you don't come in and tell your story. You can follow along too. Hopefully you are. Okay, let me know when you have all 5 columns. Okay, perfect. Now at the top of the first one on the left, you're going to write down, pardon me. Okay, I'm resentful at. Okay, the second column, you're going to write down the cause. The third column, you're going to write down affects my. The fourth column, it'll say my part. And the fifth column, my fears.
Okay.
Okay, good. So now we'll start with anything. See, he starts with Mr. Brown. Okay, so he's resentful at Mr. Brown. Why? Because he paid attention to my wife. What does this affect? Well, he puts down it affects my sex relations and my self-esteem. His part. Well, we don't put down his part in there, but he might. And then his fears. He does put down fears. So he has some fear. So you might, another example would be, let's say, oftentimes people put down, okay, I'm resentful at who? My father. The cause. He was mean to me. What does this affect in me? It gives you a whole list of things that will affect us, especially in page 64. Affects my self-esteem, my pocketbooks, my ambitions, my personal relationships. So it affected all of those things for me. What was my part? I was mean right back to him. And my fears would be that I'd lose everybody and everything. I'd lose my family. So that's kind of how we do that. Following along?
Yeah.
All right. So you'll start out with that, and then as you go, we'll check in with you tomorrow. And you can read these pages, 63 through 71 in the big book. It's the instructions, and then we'll give you more help on it tomorrow as we go along.
Okay.
All right, good job. And change hers to step 4. Perfect. All right. Now, who else is in here that was on a step with us? Do you know, Ron?
Scar and Rosa on.
Oh, yeah. Okay, let's go to Scar. Scar and Rosa, if you would unmute, turn your cameras on, talk to me. So you guys, thank you, Ron. You guys are on step 10, 11, and 12, right?
Correct.
Okay, you can turn your cameras on. It's okay to turn your cameras on. Show up, be present. All right. All right. So now, have you been reading 84 through 88?
Yes.
Good. And have you been writing down what it tells you to do?
Yes.
Really? Good. Oh, yeah. So that's step 10 and 11, because there's quite a bit there, you know.
A lot.
Did we go over this? Did I go over this with you? Did I read this to you?
What I took away was to turn each request into a prayer.
Yeah,
So
that's right.
Yeah, so that's and I highlighted when it was telling me to take some action. And then every morning I read it and turn it into a prayer.
You, Scar?
I've been doing something similar to that. I also have been journaling.
We
Along
care about
with the
journaling in this
prayers.
meeting. We only care about you working these steps specifically. Okay, because journaling doesn't do any good when it comes to the steps. It might make you feel better.
No, it doesn't. I don't like it.
Well, then just do what it says here.
Okay.
So everybody turn to page 84. Ron, put that up in the, so here we go, 84. And stay with me, Rosa and Scar. Don't mute yourself. Stay right here. This thought brings us to step 10, which suggests we continue to take personal inventory and set right any new mistakes as we go along. We vigorously commence this way of living as we cleaned up the past. See, so here it is. This is this new way of living. We entered the world of the spirit. So there we go. Now we've got God in our life. Our next function is to grow in understanding and effectiveness. This is not an overnight matter. Should continue for a lifetime. So I do this routinely. So does Jeff. Continue to watch for selfishness, dishonesty, and fear. So yes, I turn that into a prayer. God, help me stay away from dishonesty, selfishness, and fear. When these crop up, we ask God to remove them. We discuss them with someone immediately and make amends quickly if we've caused harm. This is very important, not to be skipped over or just blown over. So this is a prayer. God, I'm asking you to remove selfishness, dishonesty, resentment, and fear from me. I did have some fear and resentment this morning. I better call somebody. So I called Jeff and I go, Jeff, I'm really pissed off at so-and-so. And then this happened and that happened. And we've ceased fighting anything or anything, even alcohol. For sanity will have returned. So this is the whole process that takes place in this 10th step, 1 through 9. Your sanity has returned. Now, if your sanity has not returned, that means that you haven't done these steps thoroughly and you're living in an old way. You're going to AA meetings and you're talking about your cat. No, that's not what AA is. That's what Catatonics Anonymous is. No, wait. Catatonics Anonymous is for people that can't wake up. Sorry. the ketamine crowd. We're seldom interested in liquor. If tempted, we recoil from it as a hot flame. We see that our new attitude toward liquor has been given us without any thought, effort on our part. You know, I actually got to that place and I'm there now. And hopefully, if you're on step 10, 11, and 12, the idea of drinking is like, you know, we recoil from it as a hot flame. Is that actually the case with you, Scar, or Rosa? Fighting it?
Scarcoli.
What's
Yes,
that?
I have found that before it used to be all that I thought about was getting to the next drink, and now it's the opposite. I don't even want to think about drinking.
Placed in a position of neutrality. How about you, Rosa?
It's funny that you mentioned that. This weekend I was in my grocery store and I usually walk down the wine aisle. And when I realized I was in the wine aisle, there were other items there too, but I turned and caught a glimpse and I was like, yeesh, you know? So it was like a physical reaction.
There you go. It's okay. So here we go. So the next paragraph is, it's easy to let up on our spiritual program of action and rest on our laurels. This is straight out of the book of James in the Bible. They used the Bible before they wrote this book. We're headed for trouble if we do. For alcohol is a subtle foe. We're not cured of alcoholism. What we really have is a daily reprieve contingent upon our spiritual condition. So that means you have a daily reprieve if you're doing step 10 and 11 in this big book and reading these pages every day. Every day is the day we must carry the vision of God's will into our activities. So what is God's will? So for our purposes in this workshop, God's will is 1, to not drink, 2, to read these pages every day and stay sober. That's simple. So here he says, much has already been said about receiving strength and inspiration and direction from him who has all knowledge and power. If we have carefully followed directions, we have begun to, here it is again. It's there on page 63, and he says it again here. We've begun to sense the flow of his spirit into us. To some extent, we've become God conscious. We have begun to develop this vital sixth sense. We must go further, and that means more action. See, so when I read this and I kept doing this over and over, I realized that the presence of God was in me and it replaced all of my obsessions. I was just amazed. Anything like that happening to you too?
This week in church, after receiving communion, usually I have a litany of requests that I list off for God. This week it was calm and peace and just listening, really. I didn't hear anything, but I was opening myself up to listening instead of asking.
Well, I love it. How about you, Scar?
I have noticed that I go to church every Sunday now, which is a relatively newer thing for me. And every time I go, I feel like I'm being spoken to directly. And the pastor and his wife, for whatever reason, have seemed to embrace me and give me the word and actually learning about it. And again, I just went there and I feel welcome and I feel like I'm at home.
I love it. Yeah, the very same thing happened to me. Good work. Okay, step 11 suggests prayer and meditation. We shouldn't be shy on this matter. Better people than us are using it constantly. It works if we have the proper attitude. So we're talking about the proper attitude right now, right here. Okay, so here we go. It tells us what to do. When we retire at night, we constructively review our day. And this is kind of what we write down and we underline. Were we resentful, selfish, dishonest, or afraid? Okay, was I? Let's see here. Not too bad today. Selfish, not bad. Dishonest, nope. Afraid, not really. Okay, do I owe an apology? The day's still short, but not yet. Have we kept something to ourselves which should be discussed with another person at once? I don't think so. Some days there are, were we kind and loving toward all? So far, I think, except for my imaginary friend who I yell at, what could we have done better? Or were we thinking of ourselves most of the time? That's all I ever think about. No, I think about you guys. Okay. Were we thinking of what we could do for others? Yeah. And what we could, here it is, packed into the stream of life. So that keeps us from walking around being bitter. This is wrong. That's wrong. They did that. They shouldn't do that. We stop all of that. We must be careful not to drift into worry or remorse or morbid reflection. That would diminish our usefulness to others. After making a review, here it is. We ask for God's forgiveness and require what corrective measures should be taken. I ask for God's forgiveness every morning. Sometimes my mind will get going on all kinds of people and things, and I have to stop and turn them over and then pray for forgiveness. On awakening, so here we go. This is the morning ritual. On awakening, so we do this one in the morning, when we retire at night. On awakening, let us think about the 24 hours ahead. We consider our plans for the day before we begin. So here it is. I'm asking you, God, to direct my thinking, especially that it be divorced from self-pity, dishonest or self-seeking motives. Under these conditions, we employ our mental faculties with assurance, for after all, God gave us brains to use. Our thought life be placed on a much higher plane. I'm asking you to place my thought life on a higher plane, and that it be cleared from wrong motives. Thinking about my day, if I face indecision or not able to determine which course to take, I'm asking you, God, for inspiration and intuitive thought or decision. I relax. So I take a deep breath and let it take it easy. Don't struggle. We're surprised how the right answers come when we tried this for a while. What used to be the hunch or the occasional inspiration, here it is, gradually becomes a working part of the mind. That's why we have you do this every day, so that this does become a working part of your mind, and you get rid of all the other crazy thinking that you had. Being still in experience and just made conscious contact with God. So God is a person, we're trying to have a relationship with him. And in order to have a relationship with anybody, you have to talk to them and try to have a relationship. You can't just sit back with my gimme list. You need to, this makes you talk to God and it makes you listen. You remember that God is a person, he's there. And so it's like, we don't have to shy away from that either. Especially like you two are starting to go to church, you're already learning this and you're seeing it and you're being hit by it. You're being like, oh, wow. But he's always been there. And he's always been there for us. It's like, we have to try to develop a relationship with him. We usually conclude the period of meditation with a prayer that, here it is. So I'm praying, show me all through the day what my next step is to be, that I be given whatever I need to take care of any problem. I especially ask for freedom from self-will, careful to make no request for myself only. We may ask for ourselves if others be helped. So here, this one is very important. So this AA is not a program of poverty. So if you have, so what others would be helped, like if you have a bank mortgage, we need to make that mortgage. If you have insurance you have to pay, we need that. If you have, car payment. So sometimes, we'll sit down and say, okay, Lord, my monthly nut is $5,000 a month. Help me get the work that I need to make these payments. I have a savings account. I have saving for my kids' education. I have a retirement account. All of that is the others. Others be helped. It's okay to pray about that and ask for that. Because we're not like the 13 disciples or 12 disciples. We're not dropping our nets and walking out into the whatever sea it was you know, to fish for souls. I mean, it seems like that. Of course, Bill Wilson was a millionaire. He could do it. You know, every time he needed money, he'd call John D. Rockefeller up and he'd give him some assignment, and Bill would walk out, you know, with $1 million here and there. That we're not like that. We have jobs, lives, husbands, wives, kids, you know, college education. So it's okay to pray for that and ask that. And I've done that, and God really helped me turn everything around. So the idea that you might struggle, I don't want to ask for anything for myself. Just give it a break. Make sure that you're taking care of the things that you need to and have the money, you know, to pay the car bill, the house bill, the medical bills, all of that. This is not a program of poverty. Circumstances warrant, we ask our wives or friends to join us in morning meditation. So we do that. I had a sponsor who used to pray with his wife and daughter every day. Their lives were great. So it's okay to do this with your, you know, with your family members, with your husband. Say, well, do you want to do this prayer with me every morning? That's good. Last paragraph. As we go through the day, we pause when agitated. So this is a prayer to pause when agitated or doubtful. And I ask for the right thought or action. Can remind myself that I'm no longer running the show. You are. God is giving me the guidance and direction. We're then in a much less danger of excitement, fear, or worry. So I'm asking you to keep me out of danger, excitement, fear, anger, and worry. We do not tire so easily. Wow, I really noticed I do have more energy. We're not burning up energy foolishly as we did have life arranged to suit ourselves. It works, it really does. We alcoholics are undisciplined, so we let God discipline us in the ways we have outlined. So that's another thing. So he starts to discipline us, give us corrective measures as we're running down the road. So there it is, step 10 and 11, a daily thing here. Everybody should be doing, especially if you finish your 8th, 9th. Now, if you haven't done steps 1 through 9 with us, you need to keep coming here for 5 days, and we'll give you the instructions on step 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, so you can get up to this. No point in jumping into this one without having done the ones before. Okay, so Rosa and Scar, you guys good?
Yes.
Yes.
And I went to that meeting that you wanted us to go to.
You and Sarah, the only ones. So how did you like it?
It was good. It was different, but I got a lot out of it, and I saw how they, handle things in there. They give people their opportunity and the time limits, and they offer trainings and things like that. It was good. I
They
liked
do,
it.
yeah, similar to what we do here. We kind
Yeah.
of base our structural format. So everybody go, put that up, would you, Ron? Everybody go to the 24-hour international meeting. That's the only meeting that we recommend in this group. We don't recommend any other AA meetings. We recommend that one for format and structure.
Dan,
Okay. Yeah.
comment on step 1.
Okay. Thank you. Would you unmute or where are you, Tommy? There you are. Hi. Okay. So you started writing. You and I talked about this earlier when we first got here, right? So how many incidents did you write about? Did you number them? Did you count them?
I didn't count them. There was so many that I just started writing the years and the months.
Well,
instead of,
give us an example of one that you can feel safe sharing.
that I got so drunk I passed out,
So
and
when was it?
it was in 2021. And
You wrote this down, right? Are you looking at your writing?
when I'm going by memory on that one.
Don't go by memory. I want you to share something that you actually wrote.
Okay. 2022, I moved to 2125 South Michigan Street. I drank with Amanda because she moved in and her boyfriend moved in with his kids. We all drank. I rode and crashed my hoverboard into the corner And later on, I blacked out at the table from smoking so much weed. That's one.
Perfect. We're going to give you the instructions for the second half of step 2. Here it comes. Jeff's going to put it up in chat.
The second half of step 1.
Yeah, second half of step 1. Thank you, Sarah.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so now the second half of step 1. This is a busy meeting today, isn't it? The second half of step 1 says that our lives were unmanageable. So you're going to write about the unmanageability of your entire life in these areas: money, family, wife, husband, cars, school, kids, pets, jobs, relationships, friends, the law, and health. So I'm going to write about the unmanageability of my entire life, drunk or sober, in these areas. So let's take money for me. So I was never able to manage money, drinking or not. So one area was I had a bank loan on a car. I never paid the bank loan and they came and repossessed the car. Another example for me would be I could never balance my checkbook, and I would always write checks with money that I didn't have and then be surprised that checks bounced and have to run and make sure the money is in there. Now, of course, it's easy to keep your checkbook balance because everything's online. So things like that. So write about the unmanageability of my entire life in these areas. Just copy and paste that and save it. Okay. That's the second half of step 2. Groovy. Let's see how many people we lost here today. We're down to 22. What were we up to? We're up to like 29. So we didn't lose everybody. So hey, Scott in Tennessee, day 1. How did you like today's meeting? How you doing, Scott? Are you still with us? How'd you like today's meeting? You're new. Okay, how about Harley? Oh, Scotty. Harley, how about you? How did you like today's meeting? Oh, you're at work. Okay. Don in Atlanta, how did you like today's meeting? You guys are welcome to keep coming back, incidentally, every day for 5 days. Okay. How's it going there, Scott? Mute that person, please. Let's see here. Hey, Jeff in South Beach, how'd you like today's meeting?
Jeff, alcoholic, South Beach. Yeah, I liked it a lot because it takes me back to where I do like read 76 to 78 every day, and it gives us a program. It actually becomes a part of us. We start living our lives through these steps, and it's on a daily basis, and we're in the world now. We're doing the real world. Look at ourselves. Look at life.
Okay, let's ask Mika. Hey, so let me see. Harley said I'm at work, but I enjoyed listening to the meeting. So you're welcome to come, Harley. Show up here for 5 days and we'll put you to work. Mika in Houston. So how'd you like today's meeting?
I liked it. I have not been to a meeting in many years. I've gone through sobriety before, and it's been a long time, and I've got a lot out of it, and one day at a time. I'm coming back.
Yeah, come back and we'll put you to work.
That's where I am. I feel like I'm dry right now, like not working the steps and, having the conflicts with, family, because we're on a different path. It's different for us. Well,
here's the deal. Show up for 5 days. See if you can make it here tomorrow and we'll put you to work. Good job. George and Lancaster. So how did you like today's meeting?
It was pretty good. It wasn't as spicy as yesterday, but I still enjoyed it.
Oh, you mean it wasn't spicy?
Well, you were a little bit. I like how spicy you are. You know what I'm saying? That's what keeps the steps.
Well, I was busy. We had people to help. Steps to work. This is a serious matter, goddammit. Okay, Scott, how about you? How did you like it?
My sponsor called me at the end there, so I thought this was great. I like putting things into play.
Scott, keep
I'm
coming,
still on my
okay? I know
but I
you
was
are.
trying to
Come
follow
every
along.
day. Come every day, and we'll help you. Okay. Just show up here every day if you can. Can you?
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know at this time, but
How's your detox going? How are you feeling?
I feel horrible. I haven't
Have you checked your blood pressure at all? Do you have a
my heart
pressure?
was going crazy earlier.
Do you have a blood
Yeah,
pressure
I
cuff?
haven't slept yet.
How much are you drinking a day?
God.
For
what it is just my anger.
Here's the
My
thing.
anger and resentment is so bad. Like
Here's the
I
deal. The first part we got to do is you got to get yourself sobered up. And if you're feeling really bad, you might want to call your primary care physician. Or if it gets really bad, you start shaking apart on the inside, go to the ER and ask them to admit you for a medical detox. A lot of us have done that. Hang up for a while here. Hey, Lisa, you want to read the promises? Hang up, don't go anywhere.
Sorry, I was just changing my pages here. Okay, Lisa Alcoholic. If we are painstaking about this phase of our development, we will be amazed before we are halfway through. We are going to know a new freedom and a new happiness. We will not regret the past nor wish to shut the door on it. We will comprehend the word serenity and we will know peace. No matter how far down the scale we have gone, we will see how our experience can benefit others. That feeling of uselessness and self-pity will disappear. We will lose interest in selfish things and gain interest in our fellows. Self-seeking will slip away. Our whole attitude and outlook on life will change. Fear of people and economic insecurity will leave us. We will intuitively know how to handle situations which used to baffle us. We will suddenly realize that God is doing for us what we could not do for ourselves. Are these extravagant promises? We think not. They are being fulfilled among us, sometimes quickly, sometimes slowly. They will always materialize if we work for them.
Thank you. Here comes the serenity prayer. It goes like this. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. So if you would put up, please, Lisa, the or Sarah, the 24-hour international meeting. Ashley's asking about that. And that's the only meeting we recommend. Go to that one in the middle of the night. That'd be a good one for you too, Scott. It's on 24 hours a day. There's a couple hundred people in the meeting. It's called the 24-hour international meeting out of London. And in chat, if you look at it, Scott, there is the Zoom ID for it. And you can just get on it and go to it. It's a good one to turn on your phone at night, put it next to your bedstand, fall asleep to it. If you're feeling really bad, or you can even speak at that one. That's the one meeting that we do recommend. So let's see here. Let's back over to Jeff. Go ahead, Jeff.
Jeff Alcoholic. Thank you for asking me to on that comment earlier. And what I wanted, I didn't want the evening to go by without saying we heard tonight two powerful examples of the two people that are new in sobriety. That it's the 10th and 11th, step 10, 11 is already kicking in, and it's combined with religion or but it's kicking in already. This program works already. They just, oh, that's right, I've heard this before. Or yeah, well, why things go? They're saying that we're seeing them prove it to us. It's wonderful. They're new.
It does work, and that's why we tell people here, we can take you through the entire AA program in about a month, month and a half. And I promise you, within 2 weeks, your life will change and you'll be like, holy crap, what just happened? What just happened was the AA program done the way it's supposed to be done. I'm looking at Joe's cat, like staring down at the camera. It's not Friday. Yeah. So yeah, good point. Well, today how many people did we lose? I think we had up to 30. Where's Sarah? She's still here. She left. Looks like she probably had to go. She has a busy life, busy family. All right. So how about you, Kelly? Did you like today's meeting?
Yeah, Kelly alcoholic. Yeah, like Jeff. And I kind of said it a few weeks ago as well. It just reminds me of, going through step 4 and what that felt like, or going through step 5, or whatever, right? It's just, it keeps us constantly doing steps, even
That's
though
right.
we're beyond it. It's
How
good.
about you,
Thank you.
Rebecca?
Yeah, hi, Rebecca Alcoholic. Yeah, great meeting. Again, 4, like kind of Kelly just touched on, 4, really rolls into 10, 11. So things I've forgotten 4, I practice every day if I need to in 10, 11.
How about you, Lisa?
I like hearing how everybody is making progress and going through all the steps. And every time somebody goes through a step, you learn something more about the other person, as well as try to rethink how I could have done the steps differently or better, or going forward,
Isn't that
what more I can
amazing?
add to it.
Yep, it is amazing.
How about you, Ron?
Just glad I could be here and help somebody other than worrying about myself all the time.
Yeah, my favorite person to think about. Me. Let's see here. Hey, May, how are you? How did you like today's meeting?
Good. How are you? It was a good refresher. I haven't gone over step 3 and 4 in a while, and I like how in the book you mentioned the victim blaming that Bill was doing, because I thought that was a really cool perspective on that part, because I also felt funny about that part. So thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, well, that's because he was a guy, he was the financier, he was hard driven. He was an atypical 1920s or 1930s male, World War II officer, veteran, Wall Street financier. He was lucky he was even alive. So he had big struggles to change his personality. Okay, Don in Atlanta, good to see you. I'm glad you liked it today. Anything else? So Scott, have your first couple of days, are you taking anything to help you withdraw from the alcohol?
I don't have. I mean, I've never gotten shaky, even though I can drink an enormous amount of liquor. But just water. I haven't. I'm burnt from here to here right now. I can't even get food down, really.
In with my doctor, or maybe even go over to the hospital near you. And maybe we had one person that was in here. I think she's here right now, but she had just gotten out of the hospital. She went in for a 3-day detox in the medical detox in the hospital. Depends on how bad. Are you shaking on the inside yet?
I'm not.
Okay.
I must have gotten enough of it up. I mean, but I'll just power through bottles. I just don't want to do this anymore.
You're here to come back tomorrow, and if it gets bad, go to the ER. Tell them you're withdrawing from alcohol, and they have to admit you, and they will. They'll know what to do.
Okay. I didn't even know that.
I would definitely do that. George and Lancaster,
But
are you good? Yeah, no, I'm glad you're here. Just come tomorrow. Don't you remember how to